What is up? This is Dragon Slayer, and I am streaming live on Twitch. Welcome to our daily grind. Playing The Witcher Tree Wild Hunt, and this is a Death March playthrough. Death March is the hardest difficulty in the game. And continuing on. Earlier, in the last video, we knocked out, or we finished up, Brothers in Arms Skellige. Let me just double check and make sure I'm calling these by the right names. My blind cat has joined us for the live stream. She's getting up in my grill. She's like, love me. She's blind but extremely able. And that's why I named her Blind Ninja. She's a black cat. She's a rescue animal. Not sure if I rescued her or if she rescued me. Good cat, though. Alright, so, Brothers in Arms. Yes, those are the quests we did today. Or finished today. The only one I needed to do quests for really was the Brothers in Arms Skellige, and the other two Brothers in Arms quests, I just had to talk to the various people. I'd already done quests for them, so there it is. Now we are finally free to find Ciri, the Isle of Mists quest, which of course itself has a number of subquests. But we're going to knock that out this video. Or at least that's my intention. Alright, going to Skellige. If I recall correctly, I forget where Isle of Mists is. But it seems to me that I left from this location last time.
The curse that held
Come over
him
here.
proved hard to lift, but Yennefer and the Witchers managed to do it. The ugliest man alive revealed himself to be not man, but elf, and an elven sage at that. Avallac'h, for this was his name, was the elven mage who had helped Ciri flee the hunt, then hidden her away on the Isle of Mists.
Alright, so upcoming is another. Just check this real quick. There's a couple spots here. Alright, well, it wants me to get on a boat. Apparently it has particular boats in mind for me. Where's the other boat? There. So I guess any of those boats. But it seems to me I probably took one of these boats. I guess we get on one of the boats it suggests. Why not?
Respect, Witcher.
Aye.
Alright, anyways. So we'll come up here. There's 2 boats there. Alright, so this represents another juncture in the game where if you haven't completed certain quests, certain secondary quests, you will end up failing them after you pass a certain point in this quest. So if that's the case, then we're going to work on those secondary quests. I'm not going to fail any quests this playthrough. Right? So, whether or not I actually complete this quest, complete the Isles of Mist in this video, probably be dependent on whether or not I failed any quests. So, and then again, maybe there will be quests I need to complete before doing the Isles of Mist. Maybe I'll complete them and complete the Isles of Mist all in this video. Who knows? I don't know how much time I'll sit here doing that. Find out. Let's do it. Alright, let's get a good save. Alright, traveling to the Isles of Mist. And I think what I did last time was... we gotta go over here. Well, it seems to make more sense to take this boat, to be honest. Right, so I will probably... forget which is the best route. I think the route I took was through here. So I followed a route similar to this. Might be the best way to go. Or we could go down through there. Oops. So what I'll do is I'll just go ahead and mark on the map exactly where I plan to go. Go straight to that mark and put the next mark down. Hey, look, a whale. I'm going to try to avoid combat, but likely they're going to fly by and attack me, so have to defend myself. So far, so good. Comes one now. See? Outrun them. Moving out. Alright, next spot. Oops. Okay, so our next spot will be here. Again, we should be able to go relatively straight there. Save. cat likes sailing. All I have to do is hold down the A button. So with my other hand, I am free to deliver superior Git 11s. Oh, kitty. And quick save. Pushing forward on the controller doesn't seem to affect speed when you're accelerating with the A button. So keep that in mind. Could be wrong. I've been known to be wrong on occasion. So keep that in mind as well. Alright, first rule of RPGs, save often. Alright, it starts to get a little trickier here. But we'll go straight to this spot. Actually, I think we'll go straight to this spot. You don't want to get caught up in the rocks, right? Enemies. Let's see if we can avoid the enemies. Got two on our tail. One on our tail. And we're good. Cannot save right now. Apparently I'm still under attack. There we go. Game saved. Maybe I was just getting an autosave. I don't know. Right, next spot. We'll go around and then straight through. And so far, so good. Avoided all combat so far. So we continue that trend. One thing I like about the mini-map is it is somewhat of a relief map as well. Gotta show you where the deep water is. Okay. And where the shallows are. So we're going to try to avoid the shallows. Since we don't want to do damage to our boat. Now, of course, the one problem about coming all the way out here and then finding out that I've missed some quests, that I've failed some quests, is that there really isn't a convenient place to fast travel from here. I mean, Okay, fast travels aren't on right now. For whatever reason. There's fast travel here. That's really the closest place, I think. Anyways, moving onwards. Right, I don't remember if I went through here or went around this way. Guess we'll find out when we get there. So we'll set the mark for right there. Actually, a little further north. Alright, moving out. And avoiding shallows as much as possible. Right? So we kind of have a choice here. I think we'll go between these two. So far, so good. Haven't done any damage to my boat. Haven't been attacked. Avoided all combat. Let's get another save here. Try this route. Successfully. Alright, we're about to enter the Isle of Miss. You are nearing a crucial point in the game story. It is recommended that you save your game in the manual slot now. Right, do that. After traveling to Isle of Miss, some side quests will no longer be available. Recommended character level 22 or higher. See what happens.
The curse that held Uma proved hard to lift, but Yennefer and the Witchers managed to do it.
Alright, how many times are we going to watch this?
Revealed himself to be
Hopefully this is the last time.
elf,
We're really tired of seeing it.
sage at that. Avalach, for this was his name, was the elven mage who had helped Ciri flee the hunt, then hidden her away on the Isle of Mists.
Great. I know. Let's see how many quests we failed. Alright, we follow the light here. Pretty easy. There is some fighting involved. Okay, let's see. What's the damage? Apparently I failed no secondary quests. Let's confirm that. Nope, I have no failed quests in my quest log. There would be an extra list under, that would say failed under completed. if there were any failed quests, and there are none. Now, it could mean that I'm also curious. I wonder if I didn't have certain secondary quests, if they now just disappear from the game world entirely. They're not listed as failed, but nonetheless, I won't ever be able to do them. I suppose that's possible, right? Okay. But not really a big deal. I think kind of the point of the video game is to finish the main quest. Side quests are just for a little extra fun, right? Of course, some side quests are at least valuable. I mean, they have important ramifications even for the main quest. Enemies.
Ugly bastard.
Kind of have to have good timing. I haven't had to work on the timing for this for a while. My timing sucks. Got him that time. Got him? Yep. DED. Alright, good to go. Go save. Moving out. Following the light. Another fight coming up here. If I recall correctly. Probably missing out on some serious loot. With all these ships, wrecked ships hanging out. Yeah, I'm probably not going to take the time to explore that. Violating the second rule of RPGs. Exploration is key. I will say about this game though, there's more than enough to do with just the main quest. Okay, we've got some enemies en route here. Will knock you out your boat. Got him. I don't think that other guy wants any. Oh, here he comes. And with my crossbow, named appropriately, Death from Above. Got two-shot these guys. So right, you can do a couple things with those guys. Probably your best bet is to hit him with your crossbow a couple times. You die. But you can also stand on your ship, draw your weapon, and try to time it right so you can hit him. Nice. Moving on. Let's get a good save. Hope we don't run into anything. So far, the boat is undamaged. Right. Well, a good place to go ahead and park it before we do damage it. Alright, so we have made it to the Isle of Mist. And there are some quests here. We don't just find Ciri, of course. Foglets! Something that's a lot like a foglet. Ouch. Basically, foglets with the dirt. Oh no, it's a foglet. They're called Tangalores, but they produce foglets. Kind of weird. But they're essentially higher level foglets. Gotta get foglets. Two shot, nearly 2/3 of my life. Yeah, and probably the best sign to use there is Gwen, but Axii works as well, if you're good with Axii. Again, that goes back to Rule 3, Rule 4, and Rule 5. Rule 3, violence of action. Rule 4, have a plan. Rule 5, situational awareness. Can't approach every fight the same way. Some fights are going to require different tactics. But kind of my standard for most enemies is to use Axii and light attacks with my weapon, with occasional heavy attack, with lots of dodges and occasional roll. Foglets tend to require a little different approach because they do a heavy amount of damage and they're sneaky, right? They can turn into fog and pop in on you, right in front of you, and hit you a couple times. So you gotta be careful with them. And one way to negate their advantage is to use Quen. Of course, Axii is probably the best all-purpose, or my favorite sign in the game, and it'll work against those guys. It works. But it's probably not the best tactic. Probably the best tactic would be use Quen. So, there's that. Foglets in particular, you have to have good situational awareness because you never know when one of them's going to pop up in front of you. Gotta watch that mist. You can track where they're going to pop up by watching the mist. But you also have to keep, they usually attack in groups, so you got to keep an eye out on the other ones. And they also produce shadow versions of themselves, or fog versions of themselves, right? So you gotta watch out for those too. Can be tough fights. Right. So, just to reiterate there. Rule 1 of any RPG, save often. Rule 2, exploration is key. Rule 3, violence of action. Rule 4, have a plan. Rule 5, situational awareness. Oops. Alright, good enough. So let's get a quick save. And let's knock, knock, knock. Here's where the light decides to sit. So, knock, knock.
Locked. Anybody in there? Damn. I'm not gonna hurt you. Open up.
Oh, you blew our fucking cover. Who are you? What do you want?
I'm Geralt, a witcher.
Go away!
Looking for a young woman. Ashen hair, scar on her face. Will you let me in?
No.
Running short on patience.
Wonderful. Means you're about to go the fuck away. Now my mum's beard. Get yourselves together, lads. You there, outside the door. Geralt, that right?
Yeah, Geralt.
Listen, Geralt, let's cut to the thick of it. We survived a shipwreck recently. Beasts from the depths ate some of my lads, and the rest of us found shelter here. Not too special, that, as dangers litter this isle, but it does go to explain why we're a wee bit distrustful.
No way you can get to this isle conventionally.
Crikey, you call a shipwreck conventional? Leave it be, mate. You know what he means.
Let me explain. A short while past, we were en route from Skellige to Novigrad. And Ferenc got talking with the captain, who sold him a magic firefly purported to know the way to a hidden treasure.
Ah, damn fireflies.
This conversation's getting tiring. Listen, let's make a deal.
If that's a demon, it will try to dupe us now.
I'm not a demon. You don't need to fear me. Give me a chance, I'll prove it.
How do you aim to do that?
Say I find your mates. Will you believe I mean no harm?
Aye, but I'm not counting either coming too easy.
How many are there?
3. Ivo, Gaspard, and Ferenc.
This Ivo. Where do I look?
Edget insisted he'd explore the caves to the east. Tried to knock it out his head. Literally. Bugger wouldn't budge.
Gaspard. Where'll I find him?
He said it was defeatist to sit and wait to be rescued. We had to take action, or at least he did. Claimed to have spotted a lantern out to sea, so he said he'd climb the highest peak to look out for ships.
Where'd Ferenc go?
West, in search of a ship that's said to be returned.
Ferenc is handy. Thought I might fix it up. Need to see whether.
All right. See if I can't find all 3. See ya.
I'm content you understand.
I think last time I went in order, so let's go in the reverse order this time. Some interesting herbs here. I don't remember seeing before. Alright, take that back. Well, Ranagun. I don't think I have any of those. No, I do. Mandrake root. Good. Looks like a bad guy ahead. More of these foglets. Pseudo foglets. Forget what the other name for them is. We'll kill them. It's fine. Come here, you. Tangalore. Ouch. These guys are tough. Good fights. Now let's get a save. I see bad guys. Try to draw them in, draw them away from their buddies. Come here, you. Draw there. He hit me, but I got him with Axie, and then it was all over for him. So overall, not too bad. Good fight. I think there's a few more of them here. Find out. Quick save. I hear him. Oh, look at there. There's a beast. I guess we could take him on.
Tried to flee the fiend. Stubby legs, too slow. One of the missing dwarves. Shame he's dead.
I'm not going to flee the fiend and kick its ass. Come here. Ouch. So Axii is really nice, especially for slower enemies, big enemies like this. If you can turn them into your friends, you can repeatedly hit them with light attacks pretty easily, finish them quickly, without taking a bunch of damage. So, that's kind of the plan for a fiend or other large monsters. Or ones that aren't particularly fast like Foglets. If you're trying to use the alternate version of Axii on a Foglet, you're probably going to have a bad time. So, probably avoidable, but the regular version of Axii, which is more or less instant casts, it's not bad. Again, Qwen's probably a better choice, but I think I'll stick with Axii in this case. Unless I get into a fight where they kill me, and then I'll go with Qwen. If I get in a fight with like 3 of them at a time, I'll probably go with Qwen. So that's where situational awareness comes in. That's where having a plan comes in, right? Save often. Right, so one of our potential dwarves is dead. Let's go to the lighthouse. Oh, look, there is another boat there. Oh, wait, that's our boat. I hear bad guys. Don't see them yet. Not a bad idea to do some collection while you're here. Because it's probably not going to be able to come back here again. So, there is no fast travel here that I'm aware of. Maybe I'm wrong. And if I'm wrong, you can comment and let me know. One of the things I like about this game, though, is it's fairly self-contained in the game design. You really don't have to spend a lot of time looking things up. Generally either makes things obvious or it puts it within the flow of the game in terms of it teaches you what you need to know as you move forward. For the most part, 99%. Did have a issue a couple videos ago where there's some element that of the game design that they introduced midway through the game that you'd never seen before, and I had to look something up. It was like the first time that I had to look something up. Now there's been other times I've looked up elements of the story of the Witcher series just because, I haven't read the books, I admit it. But that was more for fun, right? Which is fine. But if I have to look up something and figure out how to do your quest, there's a pretty good chance that you should probably fix that. You should probably design your quest better. And for the most part, in this game, that's not an issue. This game is extremely well designed. So, moving forward. Scan for enemies. Ooh, look. Bad guys. Looks like some more foglets. So let's go kill them. The more we kill now, less we'll have to kill later when we have a dwarf in tow. Got him. Took him down like a pro. I guess I am kind of a pro. Okay, so this is a Death March playthrough. This is as hard as it gets. Now I could make the game harder on myself. As you notice, I do have a food buff up. I could play it without the food buff, right? And in fact, I have an ability that makes it so I have a 20-minute food buff called Gourmet. Take a look at that real quick. Got this early on in the game. Figured I'd need it. Eating food regenerates vitality for 20 minutes. Usually food only regenerates vitality for 5 to 10 seconds. So, yeah. Nice to have regeneration on, right? It's kind of cheap. But it's an ability you can get, you can spend your skill points on, so I don't consider it cheating by any means. But it definitely makes Death March easier. So, I guess if you're really looking to challenge yourself, don't use that ability. But it's probably important to use the advantages the game gives you. So, well, if you don't use Gourmet, you probably have to use Alchemy a lot more. So there's kind of a trade-off. If you like Alchemy, then you probably don't need that Gourmet ability. Probably just rock some Alchemy and reap the benefits of doing that. I imagine if I were using Alchemy right now, the game would be even easier for me. But I really don't focus on that. It's not really the way I like to play role-playing games. And the game lets you play the way you want. Alright, we got 2 of them now, so I'll shut up and fight. Come here, you. 3 of them. Might need to switch up to Quen now. Let's see. Alright, try to maintain situational awareness here. Try to pull them towards me. Uh-oh. 2 hits, 2/3 damage, right? They're beasts, no doubt. And they spawn little foglets. These Tangalors or something. I'm not really sure how to pronounce it, but they're essentially foglets. It's higher level. Got one. So one thing I'm doing there is, okay, I guess there's only 2. One thing I'm doing there is when I use my Axii to stun them, I'm leading with a strong or a heavy blow, strong blow, right? Or strong weapon strike, as opposed to light. maximize the damage a little bit, and when you stun them, of course, it's a free hit on them, so it's alright to use that. I hear more enemies. Oh, yeah, I see them. They're over there. Okay. Honestly, I think there's some more in here. Although they're not showing up right now. Oh, looky there. Probably gonna have to fight them. Axe actually comes in handy with those guys if you don't want to use your crossbow. Stun them and bring them out of the sky. They can't fly very well with if they're stunned. Go figure, right? Enemies. Tangalores, or I don't know. Bilge Hag. Haven't seen this one yet. Basically a swamp hag except power. There's two of them too. Be dangerous. Now there's just one. Alright. Went to the side that uh-oh. They're quick, they do heavy damage, and they can blind you. Well, not blind you, but you can't attack when they do their mud slinging. Yeah, I mean the damage isn't quite as bad with these ones. Anyways. What do you think about that fighting, kitty cat? Hey, you don't care, you're blind. Can't see nothing. I would say she likes to watch me play video games, but I think she just likes to sit on my lap. Huh, kitty? Like the warm spot, huh? Like to be warm? I've actually got a pillow on my lap that she lays on. Just slightly spoiled. Beggar tick. Of course, that was in the first game, The Witcher 1. You get that in the swamp, special to the swamp. The beggar tick blossoms.
A man! Am I ever pleased to see you?
Oh, this guy's screwed.
I talked to your friends. Come down.
Right. I'm coming. You lucky devil, you. You know, I've one regret. That...
Not anymore.
Dead. Damn.
This guy. Why y'all gotta be so dead? Huh? Frickin' dwarves. Where's his body? Anyways, there it is. I honestly don't know if it's possible to save the other two dwarves. Pretty sure it's possible to save this guy though. Gaspard near the lighthouse. Sleepy. He likes to fall asleep on his way back.
Stench.
The only thing you can really do when she throws mud at, well, first off, you can dodge or mudslinging if you're good. Or if you suck like me, you won't. There we go, there's the example of dodging the mud. And that is how you do that. Violence of action. Don't play with your food. Don't toy with your enemy. Just kill it. Quickly and as efficiently as possible. Maximize the damage. And minimize getting hit. Violence faction, rule 3, right? There's another one over here. Let's see. Oops. Rule 2, exploration. Exploration is key. I see a treasure chest. This game I do occasionally break my rule 2. Exploration is key, but sometimes you gotta limit that. Explore when it's practical, essentially. Because you could put hundreds and hundreds of hours in this game just exploring. I was gonna beat the game, but I got too distracted doing side quests, right? Got too distracted finding places of power and taking care of monster nests, and yeah, you get the idea. Lots of ways to play this game. I think I went this way before. Another dwarf. Not one of the ones we're looking for, thankfully. Oh, he is glowing, though. Loot him. Give me your orans. I believe that's Temerian coins. Temerian currency. Now you can collect the treasure all at once. You can hit the Y button on if you're using a controller and take everything. I like to just hit the A button because, for one, the A button's the same button that you use to interact with it, with a box or a plant or whatever. And two, you can get the items quickly out of the box, and you can kind of watch, you know, what's going into your inventory as you quickly loot a box. So that's why I use A button instead of the Y button, in case you're wondering. And a lot of times, I don't really know what I have in my inventory until I go and manage my inventory. I don't spend a lot of time focused on my inventory, which I kind of like the way this game is designed in that respect. Not all about wearing the nicest clothes, although it helps, I have no doubt. It's more about having solid skills. So it's a bit of a hybrid. It's action, RPG, and detective game on top of that. So. Alright, now that I've made my way completely around the aisle, let's try this again. And apparently completely missed the lighthouse. That's what I was looking for when that dude jumped off or fell off that those rocks. Alright. Let's kill the harpies. Bit of a mistake for the graphics. Anyways, just can't get distracted with graphical errors. Die, you. Shot him. Those guys can't save me. Clearly. Let's go back and take a look at this placement of this rock here. Looks a little off. And again, just like in Skellige, it seems like the Isle is maybe not as polished as the continent is. Maybe in their game testing phase. Well, this no doubt happens later in the game testing, so probably less game testers to notice things like this. So you can kind of expect when you're making a massive game like this that probably the beginning zone is going to be far more polished and tested than later zones. Probably true here.
Come on, come closer.
Got him. Seems like I've been here. Apparently I just got set into the wrong direction. Went the wrong way. So there's the lighthouse over there. That's what we've been looking for. fool's parsley. Early game ingredient you find in Witcher 1. And the bigger tick ingredient, bigger tick blossoms. Now there's a particular quest that you need those for. You had to brew some potion, and in order to get the ingredients you had to go into the swamp and collect bigger tick blossoms. Again, Witcher 1. A couple things about the design of Witcher 1. I'm constantly beating up on that game because I'm generally comparing it to Witcher 3. Yeah, in Witcher 1, in order to be able to even harvest an ingredient, you had to read a book about it. Right? So you had to open up a book, and if the book you read would allow you to harvest ingredients from particular plants. Otherwise, when you looked at the plants, they were just unidentified, and you wouldn't be able to get anything from them. And, you know, I mean, in reality, if you can't identify the plant, you probably won't know how to collect it correctly. So, I get it, realism, but this is a video game. So, clearly, they realized that fact, game designers, and made it so you could collect from any plant in Witcher 3, regardless of whether you've identified it yet. I guess they're just assuming that, you know, at this point in Geralt's life, he can identify all the plants. Which is probably for the best. Better design overall. Blood moss. Again, I think they had a grand vision of a game they wanted to design in Witcher 1. They just didn't. Like, they didn't implement it very well. In Witcher 3, they have a similar grand vision for the video game, and they implemented it and designed it very well. So, it is. It's kind of my synopsis of Witcher 1 versus Witcher 3. Let's go ahead and collect these now. All right. So this guy be the only guy that's alive. But he likes to take naps, so. So, this game has a couple different control schemes. Right now I'm using the regular one. I think, and I'm honestly, I haven't looked it up. I'm not real certain what the difference is between the two. So movement response, I mean. But it seems like the alternative movement response is a little works a little better for me than the standard. Standard, it just seems like I start running off in a direction when that's not what I meant to do, right? Go back to the alternative. Hold on, let's make sure it took. Oh no. Yes. And again, Death March difficulty level. In case you didn't believe me. Why would I lie? Right?
A fetlock in the arse.
Alright, Gaspard.
Hey, wake up.
Shoo. Back to bed, Nibbles.
Wake up.
What's happening? Who are you?
I'm Geralt. Any chance you've seen an ashen-haired woman around here?
Here? Nay, not a soul. But a lot passes me by on account of my sleeping.
Sleepy? The sleepy dwarf?
You and your friends, what's your story?
Rabbinick and Company. Real estate appraisal, insurance, mass event organisation. Gaspard Sutter. My mates call me Sleepy.
Uh-huh.
I even slept through that storm. It's a shame so many died.
Your friends asked me to find you, Ferenc, and Ivo.
I'm afeard they're dead. Some horrors swarmed Ivo, saw it with my own eyes. And Ferenc, I heard him. A blood-curdling cry, then the roar of a beast.
Let's get back to the hut. I'll protect you along the way.
Shame about the lads, really, but what can you do? Come on. But I should warn you, I suffer from narcolepsy, meaning...
I know what it means. Don't worry, I'll keep you awake.
Off we go then.
Hey, you know what? Why don't you just take a nap here, bro? I'm gonna go back up here and check this treasure chest. Again, the alternative controller response seems a lot more natural to me. I don't start running off in a direction for no reason, right? Maybe the standard response is too sensitive. Maybe it's just better. So yeah, I'm glad I came back. Greater Shribog. I don't know how to pronounce that. Runestone. Anything else of note? Alright, good enough. Still not perfect. Personally, again, I prefer Zelda-style controls for third-person games, but no one really does it that way. This is more like the Grand Theft Auto style for controls of third-person. And it's kind of clunky to me. I think Zelda-style are just a little more... they're just more solid, more natural feeling. Less realistic, or not more natural feeling. But, of course, as with everything, get used to it. These bastards. Dwarf's in my way. Yeah, blame it on the dwarf. We'll just pull him over here. Ouch. Again, might be a good spot for Quen and the food buff. Ouch. Let's go ahead and switch that. Just died there.
Time to end this.
Oh, died there. That sucks. I suck. Well, let me guess. I didn't get a save after I went and looted that chest. Violating the first rule of RPGs. Save often. Oh, nope. Looks like I did. Good to go. Alright, let's try that again. Let's make sure our food buff is up. And maybe we'll just roll with Quen from the beginning.
How you like that silver?
Got one of them. Took him down immediately. Oh, there's the other one. Again, you can see where Quen comes in handy. Negates their surprise attack. And allows me to be a little sloppier in my approach. Got him. See? Too easy, right?
Drifting off. I'll soon.
Again, Quen's probably the best plan of action against those guys. Against Foglets and others like Foglets. I hear more enemies. I do not see them. Right. You a good save?
Wake
you.
up.
Wake up, you.
I don't want to go to school.
Huh. Mama, I don't want to go to school today. I'd rather just stay home and
No, what's
play.
about this isle?
Almost nothing.
You know, it ain't on my map.
A common characteristic of enchanted islands.
You think it's enchanted?
It's the one thing I'm sure of.
Certainly be another fight or two. Perhaps. Or maybe we'll avoid any more fights. See. Suck to be in a fight with Foglet-styled enemies on this path. Will certainly fall off. Oh. What was that?
I feel a wee bit drowsy.
You serious, guy?
Wake up.
I don't... So, what is it brought you to this strange place?
Looking for someone.
Here?
Just kind of turned out that way.
Not too keen on talking about it, are you?
Not really.
Oh, here we are at the little dwarves' cottage. Now let's find Snow White.
Brought you your friend.
Sure. Let's hear him then.
Wake up.
I'm awake.
Gaspard! Stand back! I'm opening the door.
Gaspard! Ha! You seem a bit muddled.
Muddled. A bit drowsy, that's all.
What of the others?
Found one near a monster's den. He was already dead, sadly. Saw another fall from a cliff. Broke his neck.
Shit. Roderick told me to have an eye on the snot. 'Twas his nephew. Thanks for helping, and sorry I didn't trust you.
Oh, everything's gone wrong. What'll we do now?
Got a boat. You can leave with me, but I need to find someone first.
An ashen-haired lass?
Yes.
Oh, dreadful sorry.
What do you mean?
She's cold. Spirits left her.
Must have passed shortly before we found her.
Let's wait by the boat.
Right, let's wake up Snow White. Oops, didn't mean to skip that. Sorry about that.
Guess not all of Vesemir's teachings have receded into oblivion.
A witcher can forget to eat, to drink, to breathe even. But a witcher never ever forgets to care for his blade.
Yeah, I used to repeat that incessantly. Never tired of doing it either.
What creature was it?
Huh? Creature?
One that gave
Here,
you...
let's instead of watching this, we'll go ahead and go back.
Waiting at Kaer Morhen. Yeah, got a...
There were...
And Bissa.
Hate to miss my cutscenes. So we'll just X through these and go back. We had a save beforehand, so we're good to go. Unfortunately, we're going to have to suffer through another loading screen.
No, read.
Time short.
Would you like...
Sorry.
I know.
Come on.
No.
Man, it's a lot of frickin' dialogue to skip through. Alright. Yeah, sorry. Accidentally hit the X button.
The curse that held him up proved hard to lift.
Let's try this again.
Yennefer and the Witchers managed to do it. The ugliest man alive revealed himself to be not man.
And hopefully this is the last time we have to see this one.
Avallac'h, for this was his name, was the elven mage who had helped Ciri flee the hunt, then hidden her away on the Isle of Mists.
Alright, there it is. So again, we saved the dwarf.
Brought you your friend.
Sure. Let's hear him then.
Wake up.
I'm awake.
Gaspard! Stand back! I'm opening the door.
Gaspard! Ha! You seem a bit muddled.
Muddled. A bit drowsy, that's all.
What of the others?
Found one near a monster's den. He was already dead, sadly. Saw another fall from a cliff. Broke his neck.
Shit. Roderick told me to have an eye on the snot. 'Twas his nephew. Thanks for helping, and sorry I didn't trust you.
Oh, everything's gone wrong. What'll we do now?
Again, sorry for skipping through the cutscene last time.
I need to find someone
It is
first.
actually a really great cutscene, so we're gonna watch it.
Yes.
Oh, dreadful sorry.
What do you mean?
She's cold. Spirits left her.
Must have passed shortly before we found her.
Let's wait by the boat.
Let's try this again, without hitting the X button to skip it. Sound good to you? Sounds good to me. Dramatic build-up. Yeah, all this time spent, and you show up and Ciri's dead. Good job, Geralt. Maybe if you want to spend so much time on side quests, maybe this wouldn't have happened, bro. Who says Witchers are heartless? Love the music all throughout that scene. Very well done.
Guess not all of Vesemir's teachings have receded into oblivion.
A Witcher can forget to eat, to drink, to breathe even. But a Witcher never ever forgets to care for his blade.
Yeah, I used to repeat that incessantly. Never tired of doing it either.
What creature was it?
Huh? Creature?
One that gave you the scar over your left eye. It's new. I don't remember it.
Souvenir from the Cockatrice of Spala. Another addition to the collection. Nothing special. Yours is healed beautifully, though.
Avallac'h. He prepared some special ointments for me. But that was before the curse gripped him. Wonder where he is now.
We lifted the curse. He's at Kaer Morhen, waiting for you.
Are you serious? You must be. You'd not jest about something like that. A nice thing to wake up to.
You trust him?
Avallac'h? He's not let me down to date. Not once.
Why exactly is Avallac'h helping you? Sages have never been fond of humans.
He doesn't do it for me. It's about my power. As if it could ever be about anything else.
Right.
Avallac'h tried to teach me how to control my ability. He was also making sure I didn't fall into Eredin's hands.
What's Eredin after? What's he want from you?
What everyone wants. Control of my powers. His homeworld faces annihilation. Eredin's decided to invade ours. Brilliant, wouldn't you say? Can't achieve much on his own, so he needs to bring an army. Except his navigators can't possibly move him and thousands of NL between planes. Their abilities won't allow it.
Whereas yours will.
Exactly. And if I die in the process, well, that's a necessary sacrifice.
How do you ever start traveling with Avallac'h?
As soon as I'd left you and Yen on the Isle of Avalon, I found myself pursued. Eredin and his Red Riders were on my heels. I fled through many worlds, many times. They came very close to catching me once. It was then that Avallac'h appeared, out of nowhere. He found a portal, and took us to a world where Eredin couldn't find us for, oh, perhaps half a year.
The world where Eredin couldn't find you. What was it like?
You wouldn't believe me if I told you.
Try me.
People there had metal in their heads, waged war from a distance, using things similar to megascopes. And there were no horses. Everyone had their own flying ship instead.
Siri, stop fooling around.
Told you wouldn't believe me. We should have stayed there.
So why'd you return?
I thought the hunt had lost my scent for good. I thought I was safe. Besides, I wanted to find you. You and Yennefer.
You were looking for us, we were looking for you. Times I thought you were just a step away. Other times, felt like I was going around in circles.
I'm not surprised. There were times I fled pell-mell headfirst and forward.
So tell me how it happened, step by step.
Eredin located us mere moments after we landed on Ard Skellig. Soon after, he and his riders surrounded us. I thought it was over, the end. Turned out Eredin had other plans. He produced the phylactery, uncorked it. A fog enveloped us, and Avallac'h began gasping for air.
That's how Eredin cursed Avallac'h, triggered his transformation into Uma?
Yes. He didn't wish to kill him. Humiliation, that's what he was after. But Avallac'h refused to succumb without a fight. He cast a spell that wrought havoc in the hunt's ranks.
And in a full half of a forest on Ard Skellig.
Yet it also gave us time to flee. Avallac'h opened a portal. I leapt in. He was supposed to follow right behind me, but something went awry. Impaired by the curse, he failed to reach the portal in time. We had agreed that if anything went wrong and we were separated, we would meet at his hideout in Velen.
But you failed to meet there.
Yes, we failed to. Once through the portal, instead of at Avallac'h's hideout, I landed right in the middle of Crookback Bog. I barely escaped the crones. And then there was the Baron. You know, he took me hunting. I killed a wild boar with my sword.
I heard.
A coincidence, really. I had no desire to hunt that day, but it felt wrong to refuse. I'd taken nothing remotely resembling a hunting weapon. I simply hadn't intended to hunt. I was wandering through the forest, breathing deep the air. And then I heard a strange sound. Unsettling.
Boar attacked you?
Mm-hmm. Big as a bison, and lumbering straight at me. And all I had was my sword. Had to manage.
Did just fine, judging by how the Baron's men remember it.
Simple soldiers, the whole lot. But we got along splendidly. A shame I had to leave. Flee. But I didn't want to bring the Wild Hunt down on them. Apart from which, I knew by then the curse was progressing. So instead of looking for Avallac'h, I decided to find you and Yen.
So how do you even meet a man like Whoreson Jr.?
You and Yennefer were nowhere to be found, and I needed someone who could fix the phylactery. No ordinary craftsman would do. I needed a mage, one with extraordinary powers. Dandelion took it upon himself to help me. It was as if his honor depended on it. He arranged a meeting with a mage, but it proved a trap set by the temple guard.
Failed to mention that.
Probably didn't want to worry you. Later, we learned the guard did that sort of thing regularly, in the hope of nabbing anyone who collaborated with mages. We needed to find another way. That was clear. Then Dandelion said he knew a man who owned a piece of Novigrad, as he put it, could do more than others. He was certain to know someone who could fix the phylactery.
Orson Jr.
I suspected it might not be the best idea, but I was desperate. I had no choice.
You suspected right. Orson was not the ideal partner in crime.
Damned simpleton got it in his head that we cheated him and kidnapped Dudu.
Who you promptly freed only to have to flee to Temple Isle. Great idea.
We hadn't planned it. Had no time to consider. We just bolted. I didn't even realize the guardsmen were driving me into a trap. Suddenly there I was, and I knew I had to disappear. At once.
And that's when you landed back in Skellige.
The shore of Hindisfjall. The first pleasant place that came to mind. Hjalmar and I used to swim there.
Wait, so you actually wound up there by accident? I thought you and Avallac'h had arranged something.
No, he simply sensed me use my power. Just as Eredin can sense where I am, where I travel. In fact, Eredin arrived soon after I did. His riders in tow. Once again, things happened quickly. Lofoten, the Hunt's attack, my flight. And then, dreams. Just dreams.
What did you dream? I've had nothing but nightmares lately. Pretty horrible.
Likewise, for the most part. In one, a monster grown from a stillborn child chased you. Ugh, that was horrible. Had a few nice dreams. For example, in one we sat around a fire, drinking good wine, and all around people danced and laughed.
I like that one a lot better.
Me too. But these dreams, and the others, ended in some tower. No matter what I dreamed, in the end, I would enter a tower.
Recognize it? Know where it might be?
Not sure. I don't think so, but there was something familiar about it. And something terrifying. The tower was stark and dead. But at the same time, I felt I had to enter it.
Did you?
No. Dreams all ended with me searching for the entrance. And the last time, instead of the tower, I saw your grizzled face. If not for the scar over your eye, I'd have thought I was still dreaming.
I was afraid you were dead. Found some dwarves here. Said they'd try to wake you, but you were cold as ice and you weren't breathing.
And yet you came in.
Who listens to dwarves these days? Speaking of which, they're probably getting antsy. We should go. Got a boat on the beach. Once we land, we'll head for Kaer Morhen. On horseback.
Right. Conventional means of
so,
travel. They're just better.
Get you caught up with the story thus far? So far?
Draw Eredin to us immediately. Rather not risk it. Besides, I hate portals.
Yeah, me too. Damn portals.
Damn. Listen, we gotta think of a way to...
Uh-oh.
Get us out of here.
They'll know where we've gone. They'll know how to find me.
They already do. Ciri, take us home.
And back to Kaer Morhen, where all our buddies have gathered, all our friends, and now we get to fight the Wild Hunt. First fight with Wild Hunt. There'll be another.
Welcome back, child.
Ciri! My, you've grown beautiful.
No point standing around. Come on, time to greet the others.
You've not changed a bit. Any of you. All just like I remembered.
What?
Little sis.
Oh, one big family. Dysfunctional.
They're all here. Everyone you asked for help. Avallac'h's resting in the tower, still in pretty bad shape. No reason to do it out here. Come inside.
Damn, it's good to see you again.
Would you like a moment to yourselves?
Yeah.
Sorry, we didn't mean to.
I know. It's a simple question. Do you want some time alone?
Long as you really don't mind. Seemed to take that pretty well.
Or wants us to think she did.
Haven't been here in a while, have you?
Too long. How's the guest room? Anything changed?
Mm-hmm. The bed, it broke.
We'll sleep on the floor. Spread out a hide and...
Guess we should go.
Little bit of tension there. Again, a little different. Well, based on who you decide to romance. If you try to romance Yen, a little bit different scene there. If you try romancing Triss, well, you just saw what happens.
They also summon the frost that occupies the voids through which they travel.
There's just not enough of us. It'll be a hard fight.
Good to see you.
Here's my man,
Thanks for
Kalmar.
coming.
We spent our lives preparing to face the Shadows Morhog.
We slew the giant, we'll slay the wraiths as well.
Ha! Aye.
That's what I'm talking about. Viggy.
Hunt will be here soon.
Head Dere is upon us. The final age, the time of the end.
Of course, our archer,
Get ready,
Fullen.
Fullen. Wild Hunt's near.
So Ragnar Rog is upon us.
Alright, let's get a save. Talk to everyone as we go through.
Ha! You found her. They told me the hunt was after her. that those buggers might burst in uninvited. So I've made a Mahakaman mix. When this ploughing blows, it'll be bits and pieces, nothing more.
Bring all your tools with you?
Thought to myself, a battle approaches. Blades will need honing. Plate will need some hammering. That sort of thing.
Thought right. Thanks, Zoltan.
Plan to top that by brewing some more Mahakaman mix. Shite so volatile you need but glance at it to set it off like a flaming fart. Very useful during sieges.
Willing to craft something for me?
Of course. Provided you've a diagram.
Probably not gonna have him craft anything for me, but always take a look at the things we have. I really don't have crap, do I? Well, I do have other stuff, but unfortunately, looks like he can only do amateur stuff. Right. So, anyways, let's get these repaired. Probably sell these. Oh, I thought I equipped this. Maybe I did, and maybe I just got a sec. Why is it not equipped? Okay, fair enough. Excuse me. Alright, that should be good.
Alright, we'll talk later, Zoltan.
Yeah, I'm not sure why this became unequipped. I certainly didn't unequip it, so.
Great to see you in a good mood, Zoltan.
We Ciri's grown up on us. I hope this gas will work.
It shall. You must just ignite it at the right moment.
And that is that there for good?
We shall worry about the hole once it is all over. And now, step back, Master Witcher.
Anair, Anadar, Volanda.
Alright.
Whoever repaired these walls did a shoddy job of it.
What's the gas for?
It's highly flammable. I aim to detonate it. Incinerate a few of the hunt's riders in the process.
Castle walls won't suffer?
The fortress walls are in ruin. They cannot be harmed any more than they already are.
Maybe we can still patch up these holes.
We've got the materials.
I can help you if you wish.
What about Lambert?
I know exactly how he'll take to bricklaying.
Alright.
You seem to be in a good mood.
If they bleed, they can die.
She's one of us, Geralt. No way we'll let him take her. Damn piece of junk. Barely younger than Vesemir.
Do you like my ballistas? Let's talk to Lambert.
Any progress?
Just can't get this thing to fling a bolt. They'll sooner appoint me Hierarch of Novigrad.
And of course, if you're wondering, the steps from the first game have not been fixed in the original Witcher. There's where Geralt leapt and a few men died. Few pursuers. Treasure chest with nothing in it. Bastards. 2 of them, in fact. Anyways, moving on. Go along the ramparts, along the wall. Pretty nice view, if I do say so myself. Right. Now we have plenty of Master's repair kits for weapons and armor. Won't be running out anytime soon. Honestly, I don't think I've used a repair kit yet in this playthrough. I always just go have things repaired. By someone other than a repair kit. Anyways.
Eskel.
Greetings, Wolf.
Eskel,
Need some peace. Gotta prepare.
Roger that. Alright. Onwards. And there's old Vernon Roach. And he brought his buddy Vess.
What the hell's better about flaming arrows anyway?
They set things alight.
Thanks for coming, both.
No need. By the way, it seems you forgot to invite me.
Oh, hold your excuses, Geralt. Vess vented on me all the way here. She's almost over it. Are you really to be so few?
Quality's what counts, not quantity.
A witch's approach. Works when hunting and fighting beasts, not necessarily in full-scale battles. I certainly hope you know what you're doing.
We'll scout around a bit. Need to acquaint myself with the battleground.
Elbow higher.
It's high enough.
You drop it a bit every time you release the string. Apart from which, flaming projectiles require a different trajectory.
Yada yada yada. Don't think I ever noticed a garden before. Or this area, which can't actually enter. Can open the door, but can't enter. Interesting. Wonder why that is.
The Northern Wars, Myths, Lies, and Distortions. Historical treatise by Restif de Montalon.
Blah, blah, blah.
Missing some pages.
Geralt? I used to fear training on this. So many bruises.
Traveling between worlds. What's it like?
It's nice.
Difficult?
It was at first, but in time it became automatic, like riding a horse.
Bet a lot of mages would love to learn to do it.
I'm certain they would. But Avallac'h claims they've neither the knowledge nor talent. He spent 4 centuries learning to do it, yet can still only find and pass through pre-existing portals. I go wherever I please, whenever I please.
Eredin's located you time and again. How's that work?
When I pass between worlds, I create a kind of shockwave. Anyone properly trained can sense it. That's how Avallac'h explains it, at any rate. He can do it too.
So you shouldn't actually ever use your power.
It's not like that. The impulse is stronger the longer my voyage. On short hops, the disturbance is practically imperceptible.
Once you'd left Yen and me on the Isle of Avalon, what happened to you? What did you do?
I traveled through time, space, different worlds. I saw houses of glass, ran with unicorns at the world's end. Even lived in an undersea kingdom for a time.
Freedom. Always had a taste for it.
I still do.
So why'd you return?
It was too much. I almost drowned in it. When everything is possible, it quickly becomes a lot less alluring.
Not sure if you've heard, but once it's all over, I'm going to Kovir.
With Triss?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting part of the world. Perhaps you'll get a contract for some rare snow beast. A Babagazi, or a Vendigo, or an Amarok.
Or maybe I'll finally hang up my swords.
It's that good with her?
Better.
Alright.
I should go.
Alright. We'll talk later.
Right, just kind of exploring the area. I don't think I've really taken the time to do this either of my playthroughs, so take the time now. Finished up the Isle of Mist a little faster than I thought we would. Figured there'd be a couple quests I failed that I'd have to do before that, and there weren't, so we're good to go. We'll be coming up on a major fight here soon. Again, probably good to scout it out, get a lay of the land before we go. Right. Heading inside. Oh, wait, before we go. Again, mentioned this before. Look, it's a little pleater. Goats. Right. Hole in the wall. So actually become a choice that we make. I don't remember exactly which choices I made last time for this battle. I'm going to try to do the opposites of the choices I made. So, moving forward. And yes, the last time I had the wall patched up. This time, I won't. Save.
An illusion.
Greetings, Geralt. If I'm to die today, I wish to look smashing for the occasion.
Getting all gussied up for the wild hunt?
Women only ever beautify themselves for their own satisfaction.
Glad you're here.
It's good to see you again.
Expected you earlier.
I started off heading in the opposite direction, but then turned around.
What made you change your mind?
There are times when a woman should simply not explain her decision. That goes doubly for sorceresses.
Right.
How are you? Kaer Morhen to your liking?
More so than Velen, but that's hardly an achievement.
How was your trip? Get here all right?
So much tramping over mountain paths, you're lucky I made it.
got a new saddle. Let's take a look at that. 45 stamina. Again, not as good as the one we have. This may be the last time we see Kaer Morhen, so might as well loot it while we're here.
Get everybody together. Time to talk.
Bit of a passing of the torch here between Vesemir and Geralt. Geralt's taking command.
Thank you for coming. The Wild Hunt will be here soon. They're coming for Ciri. Want to take her? We'll stop them.
How do you even know the Hunt will show?
They always know where I teleport to, and they move from place to place in an instant.
So what's our plan?
Eredin, the king of the Hunt. He's confident. He'll strike hard, hoping to defeat us with the force of the blow alone. We've got to take the initiative away from him, foil his plan.
I'll generate a magic dome over the fortress. It will scatter them, force them to land in the woods.
If they're dispersed out in the woods, we could hunt down small groups of riders.
Got our first volunteer for the hunting party. I'm the second.
The Hunt will try to penetrate into the fortress through navigator portals. I can do nothing against this kind of magic, so you'll need to find and close as many as you can while hunting in the woods.
Lambert will make us dimeridium bombs. Remember the formula?
Of course.
Excellent. Erden should work on the portals as well. I shall also give you each an amulet. Snap them in half and you'll become invisible, at least while you remain still or move slowly. Move abruptly, engage any foes, clash with them, and they will see you. Apart from that, they will be able to hear you and smell you. If you come across a large unit, do not attack. Signal Triss and she will provide support.
I'll look for your signal. As soon as I see it, I'll rain fire on the forest.
Remember, there's only a few of us. We have to help each other, work together. If anything goes wrong and the Hunt puts us on the defensive, we pull back, make a stand at the gates of the fortress. The inner courtyard is our last line of defense. If we don't stop them there, we're doomed. Ciri's most important in all of this. The Hunt's after her, and we have to defend her at all costs.
What do I do?
Stay inside the keep. If they break through, come inside. We'll all converge to help you.
Out of the question. I can look after myself.
No one doubts that, child. But remember the most important moment when hunting a monster.
Wait for an opportunity.
After the council, I'll give you an amulet. If you use it, a ball of fire will land where you're standing, just in case.
What else do we have that we can use?
Since you plan to ambush the Hunt in the woods, I could dig some trapping pits, Blue Stripe style.
Meaning?
Deep as the dark abyss, bottoms bristling with sharpened stakes.
I brought this Mahakaman mix. Flammable as bone-dry saltpeter and ploughing sticks to anything. We fill some barrels, stack them in a narrow passage, and fire them up at an opportune moment.
You know, we stand on a vast deposit of gas. If need be, I could open cracks in the earth, create explosions. I would need to prepare, though.
There's a laboratory and the workshop.
One thing to remember, we've got limited resources and even less time. We ought to decide what kind of weaponry will be most useful against the hunt.
Absolutely. We need to assign one type of weaponry each to the lab and workshop.
Who needs access to the lab?
I started brewing some potions. Like to finish, if you don't mind.
I could prepare more of those Witcher's traps, but I'd need all the lab equipment.
There aren't many of us, so we'll need to prepare as many traps as possible.
Let's talk about the workshop. Been wanting to fix that breach in the wall, but we'll need the same tools to clear the rubble from the armory.
Rubble?
Haven't you heard? Roof caved in a couple of years back. There's some excellent swords in there. Swords we could use.
Filling in the breach seems just as important. They come through there, the siege will be over awfully quick.
We'll need weapons that can pierce the Hunt's armor. Gotta clear the armory.
We won't have time to do much else. Everything settled?
Right. Again, I think these are the opposite decisions I chose. I know for the second one it is. The last time I chose to fill the breach. This time we are clearing the armory. As far as whether I let it was traps or potions for the laboratory, I don't remember. I can't remember which choice I made last time. So I think it's the opposite choice. We'll see. Be interesting to see what kind of differences there are in the battle as a result. All right, let's get to work.
Yes, settled. We don't have much time, so let's get to work.
Let's sum up. Yennefer will create a magic barrier to repel the main assault. That should push the opposing force into the woods, where Lambert and Geralt will be waiting. They'll use Dimeridium to close the Navigator's portals, stop as many warriors as possible from entering the fortress. Triss will be waiting for their signal, then give the riders hell. All others will repel any foes who make it inside the fortress walls.
If anything goes wrong, we abandon the outer courtyard, pull back to the keep. Remember, Eredin can't get his hands on Ciri. That's most important. Let's look at the map of the fortress, figure out the details.
Alright, there it is. Rule number 4 for an RPG. Have a plan.
I'm feeling we've overlooked something important.
Don't think about it.
What's ready?
Haven't had much time to prepare, so not much, honestly.
I'm exposing you all to danger, unnecessarily.
You worry too much. Wipe that frown off your face, we'll make it.
Can't help but worry. We're short on meteorite steel swords.
Got enough for everyone. Here, Vesemir dug this up for you.
Gnome-forged blade. Crossguard's elven handiwork. Cuts through armor like butter.
Thanks for everything.
I'll saddle the horses. Come once you're ready to head into the woods.
Well, let's take a look at the sword. And I should probably spend whatever. I've got 2 points built up. Might be a good time to use them. Let's see, when do we get our next slot here? Level 26.